Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. I really only have 5 points to share, which I feel like Jen knows most of them. You'll probably know most of them, but I am recording it, so I figured if somebody else wants to go like listen back to it, they can.
Okay,
So I will go through the points real quick. Jen and I were moving through them. But I think this is all a lot of stuff that Jen has probably heard me say or heard somebody else say before. Uh,
cool.
so the first point is know who you're talking to. Do you know, Brienne, when you're posting who you're talking to?
My 700 Facebook friends. Uh,
So I told Jen this that I used this example with Riker the other day because he's making his YouTube channel now. And he's like always asking about content and ideas and videos that he can make. And I said, "Well, who are you posting for?" And he was like, "Anybody that's on YouTube." And I
right.
was like, "No, you have to know who you're posting for." Like I told him, I'm like, "Are you posting for other 11-year-old boys? Are you posting for 7-year-old girls? Are you posting for 34-year-old moms who happen to be on YouTube that day?" And he was like, "No." Okay, so you have to know who you're posting to. Um, and there's questions. It says if you don't know who you're speaking to, your post will miss every single time. You're not shouting at the internet. You're starting a conversation with one person or one specific like group.
Mm,
So knowing who are they, and I was telling Jen, and I feel like you'll probably see it in more of my posting now. Like I'm looking for other millennial moms. So a lot of my content lately has been heavily geared towards millennial moms.
okay.
That's because that's what I am, and that's where I was when I was struggling. You know what I mean? So knowing who they are, what do they want more than anything right now? Like, what are their goals? And then what's in their way, stopping them from achieving that? And then how can Plexus help them get to that goal? It says here you can write your ideal person's name at the top of your notes and post like you are talking to them every time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Super interesting to do, right?
Yeah.
Like someone specific that,
Well, yeah,
like someone actually on your friends list that you're like, oh, this person needs this.
you could. I've done that before. I've definitely done a non-compliant post because I was having a conversation about PCOS and I was like, I'm gonna say PCOS in my post because I want her to see it.
Yeah.
But also like what is it called, Jen? Is it an avatar? Like when you
Yeah.
create your own avatar or like that's your ideal person, like who you
Yeah.
want to join, who you're posting for. So you can name that person. It doesn't have to be a real person, but you can give a name to your ideal person and act as if
Gotcha.
you're posting for them.
Yeah. And just to kind of simplify it, and this took me a long time to kind of understand, it's basically the person just like you,
Essentially.
essentially. Yeah.
Hmm.
She has your struggles, the same struggles as you, or the same,
Where
like
you were
same
when you started.
age. Yeah. So, typically that's what it ends up being, but
Yeah. Okay. The second point is to lead with value. And it's a social, sorry, I'm like reading from my phone because my screen share stuff wasn't working. Social media is not a slot machine. It is a trust bank that you have to deposit value consistently before you can withdraw their attention and investment. So
Mm.
value can look like a helpful tip, a relatable story, a moment that inspires or validates someone, a piece of humor that makes them feel seen. Because if all you do is shout, join me or buy this or join my team, people tune out. It says give first and ask second. So I like that one. And oh, sorry, I like lost my note, went all the way down. Point 3 is to post like a human, not a corporate robot, which I feel like you guys are in that social media group too.
mhm.
I feel like I learned so much from that group. I was like, I feel
Yeah,
like
I kind of like dropped off at the end since I was
same.
traveling, but I'm looking forward to the next one.
I dropped off a little because I do feel like we should post about Plexus.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I dropped off because while I think she has really great tips that got me back into the habit of like commenting on 10 people's posts or their page before I make a post, like I'm still continuing to do that. And I think it definitely proved like you can shake up your algorithm, but I also, she kept referring to her way as the lazy way. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to be lazy with like my whole business. Like I do need to talk about it and post about
Mhm.
it. But I think posting about it in a way that is like me, not like everyone else in Plexus.
Mhm.
Right. So like if there's a curse word in there here or there, like
Yeah.
how
That's all you.
it's me. Right. But not necessarily. So it says people don't want to buy from perfect brands. They want to buy from real humans. Using your voice, not corporate buzzwords, showing your face sometimes, sharing your own real story, the struggles, the wins, the awkward middle parts. Um, and then this one, it's kind of the same thing. It says you can write a post. Keep sliding down on accident. Write a post today that sounds like you're texting your best friend about this opportunity, which is I think a really good way to like post. I was telling Jen, like sometimes I'll pretend I'm talking to her when I'm making my post. The fourth point is to stay consistent even when no one seems to notice. Social media, this is where we were right when you got on. Social media is a long game, not a slot machine. And most people quit right before it starts working. Trust that if you show up with value, consistency, and heart, momentum is building even when it feels quiet.
That's a hard one.
What Jen said.
It's very difficult.
It is. It definitely is. I mean, I posted today 2 times about Plexus and I was like, oh no, is that too much? But also like, I don't know who saw the first one. I don't know
Right.
who saw it, didn't read it, and maybe they'll see the second one, which doesn't say Plexus anywhere, but it says, that hot moms take their vitamins. So
Yeah.
so they know what it's about. But there's a quote here that says your content is either building trust, building curiosity, or building sales, even if you can't see it yet.
Mm.
So this next one is one that I struggle with. And it says to always use a call to action and
Mhm.
having a clear next step. Every single post should have a clear next step. A call to action equals you helping someone move closer to their goals. The examples that are given are tap the link in bio, DM me ready to chat, comment yes if you're in. I never do those.
Oh, those things make me cringe though.
I don't like them. They're just not
No,
like me.
I
And
don't
I
like.
don't, anytime I have done them, no one's ever DM'd me the word.
Right.
No one's ever commented what I said. Like I'm literally like,
It just makes me feel too salesy.
right.
Like I don't like you're trying to be all relationship, and then like DM me. Like I don't know.
I don't know. It does feel very
I feel like I'll struggle
almost
with
feels
that.
robotic.
Mhm.
In the sense of anytime I have actually done that, it's like on a massive influencer and they've got some like organic guide or something that I want,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, comment this, and I do, and then an immediate robot sends me a message. Like, I know
Yes.
that's not them. So I guess I don't want people to get the vibe that I have a robot sending the message. I don't know. It just feels very robotic to me. And I have gone back and forth with my chat GPT before to be like, stop saying that. I don't like it. Give me something different to end it with. So like I made a
Mhm.
post today that had one, but not in that way. I had to take it and make it my own. And I think I said like, if you're interested or if you've ever been curious, please DM me. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you read this, agreed with every word, and kept scrolling because you like to struggle. Or something along those
I
lines.
like it.
Something along those lines that was like, obviously, like, yes, message me, but I don't need you to message me a keyword or like a
Mhm.
this or that. Like I don't need an emoji, any of
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Did you get any bites on that?
no. I mean, I got people that liked it
Next time.
that I did get people that liked it that I'm like, okay,
Yeah. I see you.
you around here. I can see you seeing things. So
Yeah. That's good.
yeah. Okay. And then one of the things that I wanted to do is I want to see if I can screen share about, do you guys both have highlights on your Instagram page?
Yes.
Okay. Then I probably don't necessarily need to like screen share to show you how to do highlights because you guys probably already know that. And that you can go back into your story archives and add any of them to highlights.
Yes. Forgot that you can do that.
Yes. One of the things I have done is in my Canva, because I'm trying to share more social proof. So I created a highlight on my page that says, I think it just says proof or like the proof or something like that. So Jen, that's why anytime you keep posting screenshots, I'm like, send me that screenshot too. So I made like a basic template almost to the point where like I'm probably going to keep continuing to use that so that people kind of catch on to like what that is. And then I just upload that photo of whatever, if it's a message or a text or however it is. But I've been doing that too to kind of create like some social proof on my own page because I feel like I hadn't had that before. That was one of the things that ChatGPT told me to do, to have an actual highlight for that.
Smart.
And then helped me rename some of my things that were already on there. But yeah, so I just went in Canva and got like a basic background and made a little thing that says like the blueprint of health and wealth on it.
It's so cute.
And I mean, I can share it with you guys if you want it as well, or make one that's similar and has the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cute.
It's very easy. Okay, that was really all I had.
That was
You guys
great.
know how to do it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you remember the Instagram post that you did about, it was the picture of you and Ray,
Okay.
and you were talking about what
Yes.
is that? Okay.
The autism one.
Yes, thank you. How did you do the highlighted box with your words?
Okay. Now I'm in screen share because it's easier to show you. Because I feel like people think I'm a genius in Canva and I'm not. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
Yeah,
It
if you slide over.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So here's me trying to make a time blocking schedule. So when I come into my Canva, like I have a Canva Pro account, but I use it for so many things. Like this right here is the highlight covers for my highlights. So I just like found a basic thing and like played around with the little elements that I added on. This one is the little basic thing that I made for stories. These are all really old ones because I was like, oh, what graphics do I want to share? So for that one, I went into Canva and I typed in, well, you can do a few ways. I usually go to social media and then I usually click what I'm looking for. If it's a story or the Instagram post, 4x5 is the newer updated Instagram sizing so that it will look better. It just looks better on your Instagram page when you do it that way. So I click that one and then it like brings me to a blank page like I'm going to start it. So over here, I typed in I think I typed in notes. And then I just found like you could do this, right? So this looks like your note. It looks like a screenshot of your notes. And then you can replace the background with whatever you want it to be. Okay, that one didn't come up.
Wait, how did you do that? You clicked on
So I click
the
on the
background
picture
first? Okay.
Okay, so sometimes I will go between my phone and my computer because, okay, now watch this. So this is on my computer, but I'm going to take my phone and I will go into the Canva app because they're linked.
Right.
So sometimes when Canva is weird, like the way, like I clicked my picture, but it just put it on the thing and I really just want to replace the background of it. I don't like want to mess around with it like that. So what I can do is go in on my phone and it's usually right in it's loading. Okay, so you can't really see, but it's in my Canva.
Projects. Yeah.
Yeah, under my projects. So I'm literally looking at the same thing and then I'll click it and I go to replace on my phone. Down in the
Okay.
corner, I hit replace. And then it gives you the option of like uploads, which are photos you've already uploaded into Canva, your camera roll. Photos are like their stock photos. So I'll go to uploads. So just went to uploads, and then there's the picture of Raylan and I, and then it'll change it.
But then you did something where you had it so the words were in like a
Oh yeah,
highlighted
that was
box.
because that was so then when I go home,
So it was what you had chose first. It was your template you chose first.
yes, the
Okay.
original template that I chose
Okay.
already had this box was already on here.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just changed it to say all iCloud and then typed what I wanted it to say.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
need to get in
sometimes
Canva more. I definitely don't use it. I
it's
really never use it ever.
such a good tool. Sometimes I will mess around with like the transparency a lot. Because you can change that. I also will do, I like with this, to make this a circle, you go under effects and you can change, like sometimes even the littlest. I really like the shadow and I really like the lift because I feel like that makes it just a little bit easier to read. If you have like a busy background and you're putting font on it, it can get lost so fast, which is why for this, I just wanted something like basic and like pretty. But down at the bottom here, you can have no shape or you can have it curved. And then you can play around with the whole like,
Oh,
yeah, you can, make it go that way. You can make it go that way. Yeah.
cool.
Right. Yeah. What else in Canva? Is there any other question, Jen, that you would be like, how did you do that?
Not that I can think of, no.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times, like, you can just type in, like, whatever it is that you're thinking of. Like, I always usually try to go to social media, and I use this a lot too for, like, the salon that I do. I have now, like, gotten to basically, like, where I have, like, their branding done. So, like, I know the fonts that I'm using for that. I know the logo that I'm putting on it. So, like, that, it's once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. But you can type in, where Jen, you're like, oh, how do you make it look so like, you're like, how are you so good at social media? I just find something that's already done. Like I literally just find something, like you could change the quote of this one. You could change out all of these pictures here. Like I will literally just take something where I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Like that caught my attention. Like this, you could probably change this picture, which sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it will work to replace it. Oh, I think when you're on the computer, you got to do it like, let's just use, this paint picture. If I drag it over, it will replace it like that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So fun.
I love Canva. It's so much fun to me. And this really was me. And then on the computer, it saves it each under like a new tab, which is kind of nice too. But this really was me trying to make myself a time blocking thing. Didn't actually
For
use
like chores and things. Oh, just like your regular schedule.
just general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An agenda.
But I love Canva. And I think people don't utilize it enough.
Yeah. I only use it if I'm like making a flyer or something.
I'm trying to think if I used it today. I didn't have any posting for the salon today, so I don't think I did. But like I'll go use it because Jen, you sent me a screenshot of that conversation you had. So I will go use the graphic that I made and put it in there in my stories. But yeah, it is nice too to like, you can kind of build your own brand that way by having the same fonts, because you can also
Right.
change all the fonts that are on those graphics too. Like I could go in and like I could change this font right up here. And then on your phone, it's obviously laid out a little bit differently. I do prefer it on the computer, depending, it really just depends on what I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
But you can change it. You can group things together where like, if you're like, okay, I like the way that this looks together, you can group them so then it moves as a whole unit, which is nice. That's saved me a lot of time when I figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's like super helpful. Like with the miles and smiles, I had to group together the miles and the and smiles so that that would move as one solid thing. It wasn't at first because it's the same font, but like a different effect on each side. This is Riker's YouTube thumbnail that he made.
Love it.
These are a lot like this one, Jen, I just found and changed it to places stuff. So it's definitely something to like play around with. And I mean, I even like did our website on here too. Oh no, I don't want to create a whole new website. I was trying to pull up what we have. But you can do that. Like you can create, is it up here? I don't know. Oh yeah, create website. But then if you also have done something in the past, like I can type in Y plexus and it'll bring up anything I've done in the past that has Y plexus on it. So that is kind of helpful. And I think that's about it. I don't know. I think Canva's a lot of fun. I could be in there all day. So I have to not.
Cut yourself off.
You're gonna shut those, right?
You can show them.
When we get in your way.
You won't. They won't. They can't see you. It doesn't show the door. They can hear you though.
Hi,
Hey.
how are you doing?
Okay. Anybody have any other questions?
I don't think so. No, baby.
Can we take a picture?
I'm sure I'll have a question tomorrow.
Good. Right, I will try to answer it for you. Let me get my glass tissues out.
You sit up straight.
You ready? Got it. Yay.
Yay, the trio. Woo woo.
Here we are again.
One day we'll have more people on the call.
Yes, we will.